Hey everybody, today we're going to show you how to complete the treasure hunter quest here in chapter 3 of Black Myth Wukong, so let's jump into it. So to start this quest, we're going to make our way over to the north shore of the Bitter Lake Shrine that's located in the Bitter Lake. And from this shrine, what we're going to do is turn around and we're going to follow the coastline behind us. Now we'll speed the video up a little bit so it doesn't take us too long. Essentially what we're going to do is work our way along the coastline, and then we're going to go up towards a building where there's an NPC that's trapped from a couple enemies, and we're going to have to defeat those enemies. So as we make our way over here, you'll see the red building at the top of the hill. We're just going to go through that archway, and then you're going to see another building directly in front of us in the back. And right in front of that building is where our NPC is going to be standing. There are going to be a couple enemies, like I just said. You'll see them as soon as we get up here. Currently there's 3. All you need to do is defeat these 3 guys. Go ahead and knock them out. And once you take them out, you'll see the NPC leaning up against the building here. All you need to do now is speak with him and exhaust his dialogue. So go through, exhaust all of his dialogue, and then he's going to move to a second location. Now the next thing we're going to do is make our way over to the Forest of Felicity Shrine in the Valley of Ecstasy. If you already have the Towers of Karma Shrine, you can fast travel there, as that's where we're going to go. But if you're still early on in the chapter and you don't already have that shrine, we're going to show you the path on how to get there. It's not too far, but you're going to follow this main pathway up the hill. And then when you end up running into a couple structures, we're going to take a left. So you'll see the structures right here in front of us. We're going to take a left off the path and go down the hill. And we're pretty much going to go all the way down to the bottom until we run into the shrine. So you want to watch out for some of these enemies as you run by. You'll see this narrow little path leading all the way down to the bottom of the hill. And then right here on your right is going to be the shrine. So Towers of Karma. Now the next thing you need to do is go to set spells. And we are going to put on the Ring of Fire. You're going to need to use this to be able to complete this quest. So we'll go ahead and put on Ring of Fire, and then we're going to turn around, and the NPC that we just saved is going to be right over here sitting on a rock, and he's going to be freezing to death. You'll see him right over here, and as you get near him, you'll start hearing his dialogue. He'll be shivering and saying he's cold. All you need to do is use Ring of Fire right in front of him, and that's going to cue a little cutscene. And he's going to jump down and sit in it. And it's very important here that you exhaust all of his dialogue. So keep speaking with him until he starts repeating the same line. As if you don't do this, the next part of the quest where you're going to do a boss fight, the boss won't spawn. So you have to make sure that you exhaust his dialogue here. Now for the final part of the quest, we're going to make our way back to the Forest of Felicity Shrine that's in the Valley of Ecstasy. And this time what we're going to do is go to the Melon Field. So we're going to show you how to get there. If you already have the Melon Field Shrine, you can just fast travel there and skip this part. But all we're going to do is make our way to that shrine where there's going to be a secret boss fight. If you don't know how to get there, essentially you're just going to work your way all the way to the bottom of this mountain. And when you get to the bottom, you're going to notice a pond in front of you. Do be careful along this path as you will be attacked several times. Once you make it to the bottom, you're going to see the pond right here in front of us. And what you want to do is make your way to the back right corner. You're going to see a couple frozen enemies back here, and this is going to be a location where you're able to jump down. To come over here, we can drop down to the bottom. We're going to make our way across this tree. And then once we get to the other side, we're going to drop down and land directly on the shrine, which you will see right here. And this will be the Melonfield Shrine. Now, once you're here, all we need to do is go into the cave that's right here beside us. And as you walk into the cave, the cutscene will start, and this will lead right into a boss fight. Now, again, if this doesn't happen, just go back to the last location where you found the NPC and exhaust his dialogue, as I had that problem. I didn't speak to him enough and the boss never spawned. But once you come back and he does spawn, it's a pretty fun boss fight. It's not too difficult. But once you take this guy out, you're going to get a pretty long cutscene. And then throughout that cutscene, you're going to be rewarded with a spell. And that's going to be called a Spellbinder, which is pretty cool. Yeah, you'll get a couple more rewards after the cutscene ends. But this is going to be how to complete the treasure hunter quest here in chapter 3 of Black Myth Wukong. Hopefully this video helps some of you guys out. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.